Yo, welcome to another episode of EDTV, man. If you press play on this video, hopefully you subscribe, comment, like, share the damn video, hit the notification bell for whenever I upload it. It'd be nice. So this whole ring culture conversation came up with T-Mac, Gilbert Arenas, Stephen A. Smith when LeBron had made his idiotic comments. But this is what T-Mac had to say.
For me, we have too many talented players that come through this league that are championship worthy. What I mean by that, if you take them off a team that is a championship quality team, replace me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Correct.
I felt like if I was put in that position to win a championship, I damn sure would show up and do what I do in the playoffs to elevate my team to that level. I just never had the chance. So do I get diminished because I never won a championship?
Right.
Yeah, that's what is it my fault?
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Right. Is it my fault? Right. I was never put in that position, Steve.
And then add another layer onto it, T-Mac. Then you have players that start saying, okay, no, now I got to be a de facto GM. Huh? Now I have to be a de facto
and that creates
GM.
the
Now I got.
I kind of get what T-Mac was trying to say. You know, I'm not a Kobe fan, but he's right up under Jordan to me on the list of my top 10 guys. But we're going to sit up here and we're going to compare the years of 2000 to 2001, 2001 through 2002, 2002 to 2003, 2003 to 2004, between the two. The downside of T-Mac's game within those 4 years, he was only a 74% free throw shooter. Kobe was shooting 83% through those 4 years. But also he had Shaq. Shaq was the go-to guy. Shaq was the guy to go to. So we're going to go somewhere else with this. So out of those 4 years between these two guys, T-Mac outscored Kobe 3 of those years. In 2 of those years, T-Mac won scoring titles back-to-back in 02, 03, 03, 04. He outscored Kobe in both of those years, which got him 2 scoring titles. But also on the rebounding side, T-Mac averaged in those 4 years 7 rebounds. Kobe averaged 6 rebounds. Steals-wise, T-Mac, he averaged 1.5. And Kobe averaged 1.7. But if you tally up those 4 years of scoring between the two, T-Mac had 28. He averaged 28 in those 4 years. Kobe averaged 27. But here's the other side to that. T-Mac really didn't have nobody on that team to actually do the scoring and do the carrying, to where they were beating the Detroit Pistons. They were up 3-1. T-Mac did F up a 3-1 lead. Kobe wouldn't have done that. He had to carry his team and had to do what he had to do, but he went out there and gave it his all. But we're going to fast forward a little bit in this. If you drop T-Mac in Kobe's position with the Lakers, he'll probably have 2-3 rings. I won't say it would have been a 3-peat, or maybe he might have 1 or 2 rings. I don't know if it would have been a 3-peat, but the dominant factor on that team was Shaq. But also there was Kobe to give you your 25, 28, 30, and 34 points throughout that season. But let's fast forward to this as well. After Orlando, T-Mac went to the Houston Rockets. And he said, he lied. He lied when he said he's never been put in that opportunity before. Yes, you have. You just couldn't stay healthy. When those years that you were with the Houston Rockets, your highest played seasons were 71 and 78. The rest of that, you were injured. You couldn't play, you couldn't move. But on the other side of that, you had Kobe that played 80+ games 6+ times or more. So I can't give you too much on that because he's more healthy. He was more available than you, T-Mac. But back to my other point, you had chances to win with Houston. You had chances. You had a decent little team. You just couldn't stay healthy. You had Yao Ming. You had Meta World Peace. You had Rafer Alston. You had Luis Scola. You had you even had Stevie Franchise, and it was one more guy that you had on that team. You had Dikembe Mutombo coming off the bench, blocking everything, cleaning up everything. You did have that. You just couldn't stay healthy, but you also couldn't make it out the first round. So that falls on you. But you had a good team too. You had a good team too, no lie. But without you, the Rockets took the Lakers 7 games. They lost, but you had the guy that we're comparing you to put y'all out of the playoffs again. So there's that. Here's the other side of that. Kobe played his role to a T. T-Mac, you had a role on that team, was even the star of the franchise with 2 teams back-to-back with the Orlando Magic and the Houston Rockets. You just couldn't carry the weight. You couldn't deliver for your team, bro. Would they have dropped you on the Lakers instead of Kobe? You probably would have won a ring or 2. But to accept the loser's mentality inside with somebody that is a loser, serial loser, is blasphemy. You must be on the payroll, bro. People may or may not have you in a top 10, don't know, but you do have more scoring titles. You got 1 more scoring title than Kobe. You got 2, he has 1. So I'll leave that there. But T-Mac might have a point. He might have a point to this, man. I know some people don't like to hear it and don't want to hear it and think he's crazy, insane, out of his mind. But for those 4 years of scoring, T-Mac was up in Kobe. And they was comparing Kobe around his Orlando Magic years. They was comparing Kobe to T-Mac, or T-Mac to Kobe, because how great he was and how great of a scorer he was. But he just couldn't put the cherry on top, no matter how great he was. But he had Yao Ming, one of the most dominant big men in the game at the time, and you still couldn't get the job done. So I don't want to hear it. And on top of that, you had Shane Battier, one of the best 3-and-D players in NBA history. But I digress. Kobe has 5. Sir, you have none. But with that being said, if you made it to the end of this video, hopefully you subscribe, comment, like, share the damn video, and hit the notification bell for whenever I upload it. It'd be nice. See if there's anybody else out there that thinks like us as in me and you. Thank you to all the new subscribers out there, man. Keep clicking and watching and sharing the videos. But with that being said, good day.